The first game in a 2v2 between Metty Smirks and Ghostboy versus Irby and Andy Brandy is going to be Dwarves, Goblins versus Goblins and Men. Each team has Goblins in it. The only difference is Dwarves and Men. So good and evil combination. We like those. You can always build a well for your ally to help him to regenerate his HP back to full. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's the map South Holland. At the bottom side, we have the Dwarven player Metty Smirks, his ally, the yellow Goblin player Ghostboy, versus the blue Goblin player Irby, and his ally, the red Man of the West player Andy Brandy, using the nickname Andy in this one. So 2 farm opening, 2 tunnel opening, 2 tunnel opening, and of course 2 mineshaft opening. This map doesn't seem to be big, actually. So the distance is kind of short, which can easily lead into a 1v1 situation. So bottom side can fight against each other, top side can fight against each other, but hopefully that won't be the case when it comes to 2v2s or 3v3s, 44s. I personally enjoy the teamwork quite a lot, and I think that this makes it much more fun and engaging, you know?
Soon, Master Elf, you will enjoy the fabled hospitality of the Dwarves.
Yes, you heard him, Master Elf. So it's gonna be Goblin Cave as the first production building, Barracks is the first production building for the Man of the West player. This Goblin player also goes for the Goblin Cave, and this Dwarven player, of course, goes for the Hall of Warriors. So Guardians, Soldiers, and Goblin Warriors will be first on the menu.
I will represent the Men of Gondor.
Masky 200, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Welcome to the stream, hope you're gonna enjoy your stay. So, Goblin Cave number 2. So it's pretty much mimicking the opposite side of the map, so they do the same thing. And Archer Range is going to be the second production building from Andy Brandy, because he knows the soldiers cannot withstand the power and the raw damage and tankiness of the dwarves. So you need some sort of defense. While your soldiers are tanking the damage, your archers are the ones who are dealing the damage. Signal fire in the middle will be captured by nobody. That's going to be a fight. Poison bleeds, battle stance, hold ground, battle stance, standard. But I think, as Irby was the one who got the first hit off, he should potentially win. Yeah, he will be barely able to win the fight, and now he can capture this one for himself. Gives him a huge vision control. Andy is pinging this, and he's like, okay, I will get attacked very soon by a huge Dwarven army. This push might already hurt. That's gonna be the first archer, but rallying call in these 2 guardians will... There comes the key pads from the Goblin player Irby to help his ally out a little bit, make the enemy armor and damage a bit weaker. And triple Goblin key for Ghostboy, triple Goblin key also for Irby. There comes the rallying call. Guardians are splitting up. The soldiers are trying to defend, but I think if they get the chance to commit and clamp on this farm, they should be able to take it down with the aggressive stance and rallying call combination. They deal hella damage, boys. They deal a lot of damage. The cave pads are moving now, but the rallying call is going to be off very soon. Maybe they can save today. Yeah, it looks like they will be able to save today. Okay, so it looks like Matty has not the delay fix on in his game. He will fix it for the upcoming game. Triple Goblin Cave technology. We love to see it. People got used to the delay fix actually, which Rise of the Witch implemented. Sometimes it's hard to believe that they played it multiple years, for tens of years, without the delay fix. But you always get used to the stuff that's great, you know? That's why everybody who's actively playing this game, of course, don't want to miss out on the delay fix. It just makes the game much more smoother. Because when you click, they will move without any delay in your orders. So that's going to be a creeping for Matty at the top side. And now the counter push from Indy. With his soldiers, they will get the chance to clamp on this mineshaft. And it looks like it's going to go down. No forge works yet. It's going to be double barracks. Barracks archer range. Triple barracks. And triple barracks into the spider pit. He might go for the level 2 upgrade for the Spider Riders. And Irby is pretty much doing the same thing. But I think, as we are talking, Ghostboy is the player who has not been touched a single time, so he has a great and untouched economy. The most action happening at the top side between Matty and Andy. I don't know about the licensing between EA games and the Lord of the Rings, because you know they meet the Battle for Middle-earth games true, but like you know the license to make this game you need also from Tolkien and Warner Bros. I think, I don't know, it's like a whole like you need to study science to understand all of that stuff. I only focus on facts. Fact is they abandoned the game. They are not supporting the game anymore. Not anymore. That's like not since yesterday. They don't support the game now since over 14 years. 2010 they abandoned it. So 14 years the games have no support. Since 14 years you cannot buy this game anymore legally. You can only buy it, you know, from the internet. For used CDs you need to pay a lot of money. That's massacre, by the way. I don't know what's going on here. But he's bringing the ring to the Goblin Fortress. I hope that Matty is gonna support his ally with sending him lots of cash. So Ghostboy goes for Sauron, the Dark Lord. Go, spiders, go. Matty is saying, okay, I'm gonna go from this location. I'm gonna build also for you a well. So we can use this area as a small outpost. And I can use my mineshaft to bring reinforcements to you whenever you need them. And now the focus is gonna be Irby. Like I said, teamwork makes the dream work. So, but that's a huge army from the Men of the West. Like, but it's only tier 1. So you only have to start like basic archers, basic swordmen. Ooh, beautiful trample from Irby with Spider Riders into the flank damage against those Guardians. And one more trample will finish them off. It looks like he will be able to save the tunnel, at least for now. And there comes the army of Men of the West to support the Goblins against the Goblin faction player, Ghostboy. Good positioning here with the pikemen to avoid the potential trample. There comes the Warchan from Ghostboy. And cave bats are flying around too for the debuff. But that's gonna be still a big dub here for the man. He is just outnumbering his opponent big time. The Spider Riders cannot commit as long as the pikemen are nearby. And now Irby is moving. Again, there are some units inside. He will get them out now. We have also King Brand upon the field. At the well, they will regenerate over and over again. That's a big fiesta. Leadership plus sustain. And Guardians are beefy and tank units. And they will be able to force the enemy units to retreat. But the bottom side team, and talking about Matty and Ghostboy, they need to find a solution about this huge Man of the West army. You cannot let them freely pass to these tunnels, which will not withstand against the damage and go down. No harassment going on, no steeple for men. Maybe some knights, maybe some Rohirrim could be great for mobility, you know, and hit and run potential. But I guess the Spiderlings, Spider Riders do pretty much the same thing. The well is building up now for the Goblin ally from the Men of the West player. And King Brand is just leveling up. Easy leveling up, level almost 5. The slap shot every 45 seconds. It's recharging quite quickly. The game feels faster though. I don't know if they changed anything about the FPS of the game, but the game feels faster. Or maybe I just don't have like the greatest memories. That's the Lone Tower specials. I mean, it's tanky with archers inside, so you can maybe put like a pikeman in front to make it, you know, to protect it a bit better. We have power points advantage here potentially for the top side team, but let's take a look into this. Matty, the Dwarven player at the bottom left, has 4 power points collected after the rallying call and the heal. King Brand is taking lots of damage, but he needs to retreat. There comes the big rallying call on this army. That's a stacked army between Goblins and Dwarves. That's a lot of Spider Riders also from Irby. It looks like they want to ride through and go for a big Warchan themselves. And there comes a Tainted Land from the Goblin player Irby. But again, that's a risky move, as Ghostboy can actually cover this if he wants to. The Man faction is the only faction that has no land, so they cannot cover this. Big commitment, no pikemen. That's a lot of Spider Riders there, bro. And the tunnel level 2 is gonna be taken down. It's a big dub though at this side. So the Man of the West player and the Goblin ally Irby were able to win this fight hardcore. Ooh, Like, I've never seen this many spiders, and I have spider phobia. I don't like spiders at all. Now the commitment on the outpost. Boromir is leading the infantry army in the shield wall formation. The stage is gonna go down, and there is nothing inside his mineshaft either. So the Weapon of Dunland special summon will be picked from Ghostboy. Irby has 7 power points after all the 5 power points from the spellbook of the Goblins, and Andy has 7 power points after the Lone Tower and Rallying Call, which by the way is available for the big push. So they are gathering in one place and going for potential big Rallying Call here. Heal is going to be used into the Rallying Call. Huge army of the combination between Goblins and men, and I don't know if the enemy is going to be able to defend this. Ooh, I don't know about that one actually. Boromir has the Horn of Gondor too for the debuff and for the short duration stun. Come together! It's kind of sad that we have on each side Goblins, so it's very hard for us to, you know, tell which are the Spider Riders from who, you know. This is the totem from the Goblin King Gorkill. Big damage. Irby is just like a monster in 2v2, I guess. To be honest, I think I've not seen many 2v2s, but whenever I see them, I think Irby has been winning most of the tournaments too in 2v2s. Big fight, boys. Oh, but in the meantime, the Dwarves are preparing for a push from the top side. But the man faction player is just ready. There's also King Dean. King Dean is great, a very great sportive hero, potentially one of the best sportive heroes in the game. Like, all his existences meet to summon reinforcements or to empower the own and allied armies with the leadership he will get from the level 1. And of course with the Mighty Reach, which also can be used on the enemy units to make them a bit weaker now. Tower Guards, Rohirrim Warriors, now we have to transition into the elite units. He went also for the marketplace, you can see the glow on the farms, so he's gonna make much more money. But the game isn't over yet. The game isn't over yet. The Dwarves are expanding though. Meti has actually 825 command points available, and with that, next to Irby, the one who has the most available command points, a bit more than his opponent Andy Brandy. And he has a quality army though, don't underestimate that one. He has no rangers, but he has Rohirrim and Tower Guards. He has also an army at the bottom side. So he has 2 armies, one of them defending, the other one putting pressure. Rohirrim trying to make it, and also Irby is helping out his ally with tons and dozens of Goblin Warriors. Azog also in the business. Level 4 Azog will unlock the Great Battle Reach. The Mineshaft gonna go down, that means no more reinforcements for the Dwarves, and that's gonna be another dub for the man-Goblin combination. Irby also bringing the Spider Riders, using them as mobile archers basically. King Dean is diving in, but he needs to be careful. Too much can be even too much for the Dwarven hero. It looks like he will make it out alive by entering the Mineshaft. In the meantime, Irby, not Irby. Ghostboy is kind of recovering up a little bit. He took a lot of damage from the previous fight. Went for the fissure, for the Spider Pit level 12, obviously replacing his destroyed Goblin Caves. And trying to find a way back into the game. Oh, we have the small fire drakes, boys. I like those tiny ones. They are the tiny ones like, like from Game of Thrones. Khaleesi used to have them. But eventually they grow big. And the bigger they grow, the more dangerous they will become. Hobbit summon from Meti. Hobbits, but there is no backup for the Hobbits. That's the problem. Level 4. You need level 5. Okay, I take it back. I thought you need to unlock. You will unlock it with level 4, but I think maybe it was level 4 and they changed it, or it was never level 4. And I don't have a memory in this place, as Kenneth would like to say. Going for the armory, great. Fissure level 3, great. You can counter this with the Mother Drake, so you can go for the big one if you want to. I like this teamwork, give leadership and sustain to your ally. But in the meantime, we have a big fight. And also, Ghostboy has to help out his ally quite a lot. He has to. Warchan is going to be used. You have a lot of spider riders fighting against each other. Over here, elves. Oh my goodness, he eat him. Level 4, God kill the Goblin King. You'll have to see it. It's a very great scaling hero too. With the level 10, you can use the call from the deep ability to summon up some more fire drakes. You know, like for a cheap hero like Goblin King, I mean, it's not easy to get him to level 10, but if you do, then you get a big reward for this. The fire drakes are burning, boys. It's a very important tunnel. Level 3 tunnel means 100 available, 100 command points plus. If you lose it, it's minus 100 command points, obviously. The Watcher is going to be used from Irby. Ghostboy wanted to flank him, I think. But the Watcher killed stuff. Watch out for the Watcher. But Dwarves are looking strong. The animation you see on this Dwarven units is because of the mighty reach from this player. And also he's level 6 by now. So 2 more levels needed for the Summon Royal Guard ability. So you can summon up some more mighty Rohirrim. Not Rohirrim. I saw the Rohirrim, that's why he went for the Rohirrim summon, by the way. That's from the spellbook. And now fully committing on the fortress. Does he have rebuild from the spellbook though? He doesn't. It's on cooldown, and it looks like this is gonna be the push to win the game or to at least destroy the fortress. Aragorn, the LSR with his Blade of Purity, not Blade of Purity, Blade Master. That's what the ability is called. And fighting alongside his captain Boromir, just like in the films. And going for the structures. Rohirrim deal hella damage to the structures too. Same also with Aragorn when he has the Blade Master available. And they're gonna call it, that's gonna be the first game. One push to rule them all. Ghostboy and Meti will take the L, and their opponents, Irby and Andy Brandy, the Men of the West and the Goblins, are victorious. Who was the MVP of this game? Let's take a look into this. Who killed the most units? I mean, I know that's not the greatest thing. The max income per minute, it was actually, it looks like it was Ghostboy. No, it was Andy Brandy. Andy Brandy made the most money, most max income per minute at least, you know. And unit killed, Ghostboy killed 1,000, Irby killed 900. Ghostboy killed the most units, but most of the units he killed, you know, were Goblin warriors.